All right, guys, we're back with another video here. Today we have the perfect day formula. And in this book, it talks about basically how to maximize your productivity throughout the day, every single day. And we're gonna get into the three main points in this book, the meat of this book. Obviously there's more than three main points in the book, but I'm gonna share with you guys the three main points that I took away, like the three biggest takeaways from this book. And originally when I read this book, actually, I thought it was gonna be like the perfect day formula in the sense of happiness, I guess, like how to live in a very fulfilled, joyful kind of way. Like, for example, I thought it was gonna be, okay, wake up in the morning, meditate, take a walk in the park, get 20 minutes of sun, this and that. But the book was essentially about how to maximize your productivity and be as efficient and as effective as possible. So let's get straight into it, okay? So number one, I don't even know if you guys can read this, but it says make a not to-do list. This one is really, really important, and I'll tell you why. So everyone knows what a to-do list is. That's very simple. Everyone has like their own version of their to-do list. But make a not to-do list means when you wake up in the morning, make sure that you're not doing certain things. I'll give you an example of a potential not to-do list, okay? Like this is I'll give you an example of my not to-do list so you guys can really understand what this actually means. So my not to-do list is I don't log into Instagram, no mindless browsing through Instagram. I don't watch any YouTube videos. I don't watch any TV until I've done what I needed to do in the morning, what's most important for my productivity that morning. So whatever it is that you kind of, let's say, procrastinate with potentially during your mornings or your afternoons, whether it's YouTube, whether it's browsing the internet, whether it's doing this and that, you discipline yourself and you say, I am not allowed to do that until I do exactly what I set out to do for that day. Okay, so you save that stuff for afterwards. Okay, you save that stuff for afterwards, answering text messages, whatever it may be that you have in your life that might be slowing you down in your mornings or your afternoons while you're trying to be as productive as you want to be. You need to cut that out. And this is a little bit difficult because you have to be your own manager, right? You have to discipline yourself. There's nobody telling you that you can't log into Instagram or you can't watch a YouTube video before you do the things that you have to get done. You have to kind of be your own manager. So you're kind of the boss of yourself in a certain kind of way. And once you're not able to go on Instagram, you're not able to watch YouTube, you're not able to watch TV, you're not able to browse the internet, you're not able to do this, you're not able to do that. What else is left? You have to do the thing that you set out to do, what's most important for you to do. And then after that, you can start implementing some more of these things back into your life, okay? So that's number one, an excellent, excellent one. Number two is coaching or teaching someone to do something is a cheat code, okay? So coaching or teaching someone to do something is a cheat code. It's a complete cheat code. And I'm a coach myself. I've coached thousands of hours of poker, literally thousands of hours. And doing these YouTube videos, I've done hundreds of hours of YouTube videos, okay? Maybe not hundreds actually for YouTube videos. I'm not sure how many hours, but whatever it is. So when you're teaching somebody, what's happening is you end up learning more than the student. See, I get more value in teaching this to you guys than you would even watching the video. And same with poker. When I'm teaching people, when I'm coaching poker, I get a lot of value out of those sessions. Why? Because I'm implementing and talking about the things that I know, and I'm also finding out new things too. So when you're teaching something, like right now, when I'm telling you guys this, I'm not only talking to you, but I'm talking to myself too, because I can hear it. I can listen to myself, right? I can hear exactly what I'm saying. So all this is going back into my mind. It's like I'm talking, but I'm also listening. It's the weirdest dynamic. Even when I look at this camera, I look straight at this camera, I'm talking, but I'm also listening and absorbing this information as well. Okay, nobody's perfect. So first thing you want to do, make that not to do list. Okay. Second thing, if you can, and you're qualified enough, become a coach of whatever it is you're trying to get better at. Because as you're teaching someone else, you'll realize that you're also teaching yourself, and you're getting better in every which way, okay? So 2 excellent things here. And the third thing, train yourself to be disciplined by using a reward system, okay? Train yourself to be disciplined by using a reward system. And let me explain to you guys what this means. Now this means, let's say for example, you do your not to do list, you wake up in the morning, you get whatever it is you wanted to get done. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's poker, let's say you played your 8 to 10 hours, if you got your coaching, your studying, whatever it may be, doesn't matter what it is, okay? You get what you need to get done, and then you set up a reward system. So what does this mean? This means if your goal in the beginning of every single day is, let's say for example, just hypothetically speaking, is to study your craft for, let's say, as little as 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, whatever your intentions are. You study your craft for that 10, 20 minutes, right? And then let's say it's to work for 6 or 7 hours after this, okay? So you work for the 6 or 7 hours, and then after that, once you did exactly what you said you're gonna do and what your intentions were to do, then you reward yourself, okay? So you reward yourself with something that brings you a lot of joy. And I'll give you an example of what mine is, okay? When I do exactly what I set out to do on that day, at the end of the day, I give myself a reward every single night. And my reward is I order a meal from Uber Eats, something, it's like a cheat meal, something that I just love to eat, something delicious. And I'll sit down and watch TV for a couple of hours and feel incredible about it, okay? Another reward, one of my buddies basically just goes into a hot tub and watches one of his favorite shows, okay? A reward system could be anything, something that you really enjoy and that brings you pleasure, okay? At the end of your day, you're like, okay, I set out to do exactly what I wanted to do, so now I'm going to celebrate and reward myself. I'm gonna reward myself with this activity at the end of the night, whatever it is for you, it could be anything. It could be maybe you live somewhere warm and you're like, oh, a reward for me is going to, take a nice walk in the park, okay? Maybe a reward for you is binge watching, some Netflix series that you really like and you're watching 2 or 3 episodes. The key is if you don't do what you set out to do for that day, let's say for example, you set out to study your craft for 30 minutes and you, are supposed to be working for, let's say, 6 hours. Let's say that was your thing for that day. And you don't get that done, then you can't give yourself the reward. See, this right here, this book, it talks about how you can be your own boss and reward yourself for things that you set out to do, okay? And to be most productive. So if you do all 3 of these things, you're gonna see your productivity is gonna go through the sky, okay? Because you're gonna have these positive associations with doing those things that you're supposed to be doing every single day. Why? Because you're rewarding yourself at the end of it, okay? You're rewarding yourself at the end of it. So at the end of the day, you have the reward, and at the beginning of the day, you literally have no choice but to do the things that you set out to do because you have your not to do list and you literally just cannot do anything else. You have no choice, okay? So it basically handcuffs you, all right? So this is the first book, top 3 to 5 ideas kind of thing that I'm doing. And I'm gonna do a lot more of these. Like I said, I have about 30, I have about 30 books that I'm gonna review just like this one. Some of them with more bullet points. This one was a shorter read. So these are the 3 main bullet points that I got from it. And if you guys receive value from this video, then hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, then subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.